Rain drummed against Victor the Fox Morales' leather jacket as he lit a cigarette outside a rundown diner. Tonight was the last job, one final heist, one last deal, and then he'd vanish from the city for good. His eyes flicked toward a black sedan parked across the street, too still, too deliberate. A shadow moved behind the rain-streaked glass. An instinct screamed at him. Years in the underworld had taught him that paranoia was survival. He crushed the cigarette, fingers brushing the cold steel of his pistol. One wrong move, and this final job could be his last. Carter slid into the booth, briefcase in hand. "Sweetie Makulet, do you have it?" he asked, voice calm but sharp. Victor exhaled smoke, keeping his hand near the pistol. "Not here. Docks. Midnight." Carter smiled thinly. "Time is short. Others know what you stole there coming." Victor's stomach tightened. The name Fox echoed in his mind, a reminder of past whispers and enemies. Outside, the black sedan's headlights flickered a signal. Victor's pulse quickened. Carter slid a folded paper across the table. Coordinate. Victor pocketed it silently, knowing the trap was already set. The night was about to spiral out of control. Midnight cloaked the docks in mist. Victor approached Warehouse 19 cautiously, boots silent on wet gravel. Two guards in dark suits loitered near the entrance, professional and alert. His pistol pressed against his side. Heart hammering, he slipped into the shadows. A black SUV rolled up quietly, and Carter stepped out, briefcase in hand. Victor's instincts screamed this wasn't a meeting, it was an ambush. The guards weren't expecting trouble. They were waiting for him. Every step forward was a gamble. Every breath could be his last. The final job had turned into a trap, and Victor knew the night would decide his fate. Victor crouched behind crates, watching Carter enter the warehouse. Inside, 3 men in tailored suits awaited, their faces cold and precise. Alan Voss, a corporate titan, gestured toward the briefcase Carter placed on the table. Blueprints, photographs, and papers spilled secrets across the surface. One of the executives straightened. "Where's Morales?" Carter's calm smile didn't falter. "He'll show himself when he's desperate enough." Victor's fists clenched. The guards weren't watching him. They were baiting him. He remained hidden, eyes scanning every corner. The siren of danger grew louder in his mind. The trap had been set, and it was only a matter of moments before it snapped. Victor edged closer to the warehouse, boots silent on wet gravel. Shadows swallowed him as he watched Carter and the executives trade words over the briefcase. Voss leaned forward, voice cold. "Morales is the real prize." Victor's pulse quickened. He gripped his pistol tighter, aware of the duffel bag nearby as leverage, his only protection. A guard's radio crackled, announcing movement on the south perimeter. The executives tensed. Victor's mind raced. He could sneak away, but every exit seemed monitored. If he stayed, blood would be spilled. One wrong step, and the night's plan would collapse. Survival demanded a decision, and fast. Victor made his move. He fired at the nearest floodlight, plunging half the warehouse into shadow. Chaos erupted. Guards scrambled, bullets ricocheting off crates and steel beams. Carter's calm voice cut through. "You won't leave here alive, Morales." Victor weaved through smoke and darkness, dragging the duffel bag closer. He climbed the side stairs to the rafters, scanning the floor below. Every step brought him closer to survival and revenge. He pulled a smoke grenade from his jacket and hurled it. Thick clouds enveloped the room, masking his movements. Tonight wasn't just about escape. It was about turning the tables on those who betrayed him. Smoke curled through the warehouse, obscuring the attacker's vision. Victor crouched low on the rafters, pistol ready, duffel bag secure. Below, guards scrambled blindly, shouting and firing recklessly. Carter's voice cut through the chaos. "You think you can outlast us?" Victor fired twice, taking down a guard, then slipped down to the shadows. The executives panicked, some fleeing, some trapped under overturned crates. Rain slicked rooftops outside, promised escape. Victor knew every second counted. One misstep, and it would be over. Clutching the duffel, he whispered under his breath, I'm not done. Tonight, I settled this. Victor reached the rear exit, only to see it swing open more armed men. He ducked behind oil drums, the duffel bag pressing tight against his chest. Carter's voice cut through. No escape. Fox. Hand it over. Victor pulled a flare from his jacket, ignited it, and hurled it onto the drums. Flames roded thick smoke filling the warehouse, shrouding him in chaos. He climbed a ladder to the skylight, shards of glass cutting his arm, and jumped into the storm outside. Rain lashed his face, but freedom was inches away. Tonight, survival and revenge intertwined. Victor hit the rooftop, rolling to absorb the fall. Rain soaked him to the bone, but he clutched the duffel tightly. Behind him, the warehouse burned, chaos erupting below. Spotlights swept the sky, and a voice called out, "Morales!" Surrender. His pulse surged. The city's power players had mobilized Carter's men, corporate mercenaries, government agents all hunting him. Victor sprinted across the rooftops, bullets splashing against concrete and metal. Ahead, a drainage pipe led to the alley. He slid down, boots hitting puddles, pain shooting through his side. The night wasn't over, but he was alive and still armed with the proof they all wanted. Victor ducked into the alley, rain pouring, heart racing. Shadows moved Carter's men closing in. He pulled the EMP device from the duffel, activating Italiano. Lights died. Radios went silent, confusion erupting among his pursuers. Victor sprinted toward the fire escape, muscles straining, bullets sparking behind him. He climbed to the rooftop, pausing to catch his breath. The storm masked his escape, the duffel still secure. Below, chaos reigned, but above, freedom waited. Victor looked at the city, soaked and bleeding, and whispered, "They'll regret crossing me." The final heist wasn't just survival, it was a warning. The Fox was still alive.